writers. Welcome to the Writer's Toolshed for Week 10 example story. Detective Marsh combed through files and files of evidence. He knew the answer was there somewhere. He'd worked this case for weeks now, and ignoring the jibes of the other cops making fun of him for taking on an unsolvable mystery. No one else thought he could find the answer. Maybe they were right. Marsh could feel his enthusiasm sinking, so he went for a walk to try to boost his hopes up again. His keen eyes worked constantly, noticing everything around him, no matter how insignificant. The make and model of the cars stopping at the streetlight, the cat stalking along the side of the building, the girl with the red raincoat holding hands with her mother. Then it happened. Marsh was hit with a burst of insight. He ran back to his office and picked up the phone. He knew who he would call. Everything fit together perfectly. Now he only had to prove it. So our first word is comb. It's a verb. It means to search thoroughly for something. It's not the thing that you use with your hair to comb your hair, but it came from that word. Because when you are combing your hair, the teeth of the comb are going through every little strand, and they're untangling. And if there were anything to find in your hair, the comb would find it. But when it's used as a verb, in this sense, you would say, oh, the rescue workers are combing the beach looking for the lost child. And so they're going to search everywhere. When you say comb versus hunt, there's a slightly different feeling to it. When you're hunting something, it's kind of like you're the predator, like you're going to catch it, and you feel like you want to attack it. Something is in a little bit, but combing is like you're looking for it. You don't have any hostile intentions. Jibe is a noun, an insult, or words that are meant to annoy. So these people are throwing jibes at this poor guy who's over here feeling embarrassed. When you're writing with it, a jibe versus teasing, there's a difference because tease is a verb. Tease is something that you do. These guys are teasing this other guy by throwing jibes at him. And so the jibe is a noun. It is something you throw verbally at the other person. And teasing also has a broader sense of range to it. Like there could be teasing that's more lighthearted and nice. And then there's teasing that's definitely mean. But with jibes, they're not really ever nice. They're almost always just on the mean side. Boost is a verb, means to raise or lift up. This rocket is using its booster rockets to shoot itself up into the air. If you're writing with it, boost versus push. Push can be, of course, in any direction. You can push something down, you can push something to the left or right, but when you're boosting, you're always going up. Keen means intense, strong, or sharp. This eagle has keen eyes that can see for a very long way. It also has the keen edge to its beak. It has this sharp pointed tip that can rip the flesh of the fish that it catches. There's another word that is keen. It's spelled exactly the same way, but it has a completely different meaning. There's keen versus that means this kind of sharpness, intensity to it. But then there's keen talking about a person's feelings, where you're eager, you're ready, you're excited. Like, I'm so keen to go to the movies. And those are just be aware of the two different usages. Burst is an explosion coming apart from the inside out. So you can see this bubble that is popping with a burst of water droplets. The water droplets are bursting into the air. A burst versus a rush. Burst can be a verb as well as a noun, but we're using it in the noun form. In this case, if you have the bubble popping in a burst of water droplets, that has that sense of like starting from the inside and going out. Like there's all of them clustered in the middle, and they're shooting outwards in kind of a circle. If there's a rush, the bubble popped in a rush of water droplets, that's also correct, but it gives a kind of different visual image, because a rush could be going in any direction, like going from right to left or up to down. But burst is that kind of firework shape.